Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as always to Beat the Book. I am your boy, Big Al Better. We're jumping back into NBA betting. Let me switch this screen. Didn't realize I had it right there. We're jumping right. Large and in charge. How you guys doing? Yeah, we're jumping right back into the NBA playoff betting for you guys. So we're gonna do. If you guys are new to the channel, the way we do it, we're gonna do a quick recap, a max of 5 minutes. So if you guys are new and you don't care about a recap, jump to 5 minutes. But we're gonna recap how the bets went for last night. We had the Golden State game, Golden State and the Timberwolves, and then we had the Knicks and the Celtics. So we're going to recap that real quick, see how the bets did, and then we'll hop into the current day's bets, which is Thunder Nuggets and Cavs Pacers. So without wasting too much time, thank you guys for tuning in. Do appreciate it. If you guys are new, please like and subscribe. Let your gambling friends know to check out the channel. We give out picks here. We had a pretty profitable round two. Round one was about 50%, I think. I haven't gone through exactly on the numbers yet and really hammered that out, but we hit a bunch of bets. It's just did we hit enough to keep the head above water, right? But round two has been really profitable for us. So anyway, let's hop into this. How the day's bets went. So we had the Celtics taking on the Knicks. The spread was 6 points. We were on the Knicks +6 because they were up 2-0 in the series, and I just thought like you get 6 points with the home team. It's kind of hard not to take that. So we took the 6. Celtics came in. They hit all their threes. Not all of them, but you get it. They had an incredible game, and so unfortunately we lose that one. They ended up winning by 20 or 30 points, I believe, at the end of the game. But yeah, we missed on the Knicks +6. As far as the over/under, we were on the over 208, and you can't even make this up. We push on that bet. They land right on 208. I was like, come on, just a layup, just a a tip in, a foul, anything, and there's just nothing. And they were really close. Like they only needed a 40-point quarter, and they couldn't get it. So it was really a bummer because when you only need 40 points in a quarter and the fourth quarter starts and you're 40 points away like they were at 168. I was like, oh sweet, we just need 40 points to get this, and then they don't end up getting there. You're just like, come on, you get 3 minutes of a bunch of rookies trying to score and then bricking threes, and anyway. So anyway, that was unfortunate. As far as the 4-pick parlays, we gave out two. We had like a cool one, normal, and then like a reach one. So for the normal one, we had Tatum 4 threes. He does hit that. I believe he had 5 or 6. Jaylen Brown, 5 threes. He hits that. Derek White, 25 plus PRA. He ends at 24. He had 24 in the late third quarter. Does not get 1 point, rebound, or assist after that. So he ends at 24, which just kills the parlay. And then we had Josh Hart at 25 plus PRA. He was in the high teens. I think he had 18. And he didn't play most of the fourth quarter. He came back in for a little bit, didn't do anything. So unfortunately, we missed on those. Hart and White had hit that number in all these playoff games so far, so that was just a big bummer. As far as the reach pick was similar to the main pick. We had Tatum over 10.5 boards. He ends at 9. We had Tatum for 30 points. He ended at like 18. We had Tatum 4 threes that cashed, and then we had Derek White 30 plus PRA because he'd done that in all but one of these playoff games so far, and he didn't end up doing that for us. So that one loses too. That was a plus 1200, a bit more of a reach. The other one was plus 575. So moving into game two, this game was awesome to watch if you guys watched it. I mean, it was just the Celtics game was pretty one-sided from jump. I mean, they had a 20-point lead at halftime. You're waiting for the Knicks to come back. They couldn't really rally. This Golden State T-Wolves game was a thrill ride from start to finish. Golden State starts pretty slow. T-Wolves get off to a lead. Golden State ends up getting back in it, and then it's just the fourth quarter was awesome. Golden State had a real good chance there at the end of the game to win it, and unfortunately the T-Wolves got hot. Anthony Edwards hit a couple threes. I think Naz Reid splashed a 3. There's just a bunch of dudes who did hit a bunch of shots, and unfortunately it didn't go the Warriors' way. So that was tough because I do love the Warriors, but that is how the cookie crumbles. So we were on the over 200. Can't make it up. It ends on 199. Or 198 rather. 199, 198. It was the final score was what? 102.97. So yeah, 199. Then we were on Golden State plus 5.5. That hook keeps us from pushing because they ended up losing by 5. So we split on that one, and then obviously we have the push in the first game. As far as the 4-pick parlays on this one, I thought we were gonna hit it, man. We had Buddy Hield 20 plus PRA, he cashes. We had Kuminga 20 plus PRA, he popped off, had almost 30 points, so he covered easy. We had Julius Randle 20 points. He's done that in every game in this series. He cashes. And we had Draymond Green 20 plus PRA. He had ended with 8. Fouled out of the game in the fourth quarter. Just was not Draymond's day. We should have gone with Pajimski or I don't know, somebody else, maybe Gary Payton, because his line would have been like 10, but such is life. And then we flip over to the big one here. This was a plus 4,500 I gave out. It was kind of the same lines. We had Draymond 25 plus PRA. Like I said, he had a bad game. Kaminga 25 plus. He had that in just points. Buddy Hield 20 plus PRA, same line as the other one. That cashes. And then we had Jimmy Butler 2 threes. He's done that in all 3 of the games now. So next game, when they play on Monday, we'll definitely be looking at Jimmy Butler 2 threes again because he's done that in both games, or in all 3 games rather. So unfortunately, both those don't cash. And then our reach parlay, we do a 2-pick parlay. 1 pick from each game. We had Kaminga for 20 plus points. Like I said, he cleared that easy. And we had Tatum for the 30 points, and he didn't cash for us. So should have just probably done the Tatum 4 threes, but I was trying to make it a little spicier, so I threw in the 30 points. So anyway, that is what it is. So on the big bets of the night, we split because you get a push there, so you get your money. You get your bet back. You don't win, which sucks. And then you miss on the Knicks, and then you cash on the Warriors, and you miss on the over-under by literally, 2 points? It's just, you can't make it up. Anyway, then, yeah, the 4 picks, we lost on all of them. So not great for the parlays, but like I said, those are always for fun. Those are not our big bets. We're not putting lots of coin on those. The coins on the over/under spread. So let's hop into this game here. I'll switch the screen back to DraftKings. Oh, I didn't even change that rookie move over here. Hold on. Look at this live troubleshooting here. There we go. Bada bing. Is this one good? Yep, that one's good. All right, cool. Technical difficulties, no big deal. We just bounce. We adapt. All right. So as far as this game goes, we got the Thunder taking on the Nuggets. Game 4. It's been an incredible series. Well, Game 2 was one-sided, but Game 1 was awesome, and Game 3 was overtime. Awesome, right? Okay, so we've got the spread at 6 points. This was the same spread basically from the first game. I think it was 6.5 is right around this number. We were on the Nuggets plus 6. That obviously cashes because they won straight up. And then the over/under is 227. So I'm going to start with the over/under. I like the under in this game simply because they play every 2 days, or they have been playing every 2 days. 2 days ago they played, right? They went to overtime. You would assume there's going to be some fatigue, some tiredness. So maybe these guys get off to a little bit slower of a start. So I like the under on this one. The other games have gone over, but I just feel like they're going to be a little more sluggish, a little more tired. So I don't know if they're going to come out and score with as much intensity. So I like the under on this one. And then as far as the side, we're going to stick with the Nuggets at home. They know if they win, they went to the Thunder, they won Game 1. You steal Game 1, you just need to win your home games, you win the series. So I think they're going to come in and try to make this a 3-1 series. So I like the Nuggets here, even if they lose the game, to keep it very close. So that's what we're going to go with. Nuggets plus 6, under 227. Like I said, you could see the flip side of it where if they are more tired, the defense isn't as good, and so they're just going to be shooting more threes, splashing more threes, and potentially we get a way higher score. But I'm going to just stick with my gut feeling on this, which is I believe with less rest because they played the overtime game. I think we get an under. So that's what I'm going for. And then as far as the 4-pick parlay for this one, we're going to go with Jalen Williams under 22.5 points. We took him under in the last game. He popped off for, what was it, 38 points, I think? He had something insane. 32 points. I don't expect him to do that again. His other 2 games in this series had been 17 and 16 respectively. So he normally stays under this number. He popped off in that game. We're going to expect an adjustment to the mean. So I like his under here. We're going to take Jamal Murray over 20.5 points. He's done that in two of the games in the series. Yeah, game 1 he had 21, so he hit this number, and then just in game 3 he had 27. The one game he didn't was game 2. He had 14, but the Nuggets themselves had a bad game. Barely broke 100 points. They got boat raced. So it's kind of not the same idea here. So, and then we got our third pick is Chet Holmgren over 9.5 rebounds. He's done that in the past 2 games. He had 11 and 16. So I like him to get to double digits again. And then our final pick is going to be Aaron Gordon 30 plus PRA. Now it's higher than it needs to be because 26 is his line. But we're going to go up to 30 just because we get a little more action on the parlay. And if you look at the past couple games, 22, 14, and 1 in the first game in this series, which is 37. And then you had a 10, 5, and 1 in game 2, which, like I said, game 2 kind of has an asterisk because they got boat raced because it didn't happen. And then in the next competitive game was the last game, 22, 8, and 5, which is, as you guys know, that's a 35. So, yeah, I like him to get to 30. In the games that have been close and come down to the end, which I expect this game to, Aaron Gordon's gotten over 30 PRA, so I like him there. This thing pays out plus 2,000. So once again, Jalen Williams under 22.5 points, Jamal Murray over 20.5 points, Holmgren over 9.5 rebounds, and then Aaron Gordon 30 plus PRA. That's a plus 2,000 over on DraftKings currently. Moving on to game two, we got the Cavs take on the Pacers. Obviously, Pacers win the first two in Cleveland. No Garland for the first two games. Mobley missed game two. He was in game one for a bit. Then they go back to Indiana, and the Cleveland shows up and just boat races them, keeps a 20-point lead, doesn't leave any daylight, and just kills them. Right. I expect the Pacers to play better in this one. We're going to be on the Pacers +5. I like these home underdogs. It's just you're going to give plus money to the home team. To me, this feels like it's going to be like the Golden State game was. We had them +5.5. They covered the 5. I think the Pacers are. I think the Pacers are going to win this game personally. But I think even if they don't win it, it will be a close game. Halliburton had a really bad game. He had five assists and 4 points in the last game. Is he going to do that again? I don't think so. So as far as an over/under on this one, I'm going to be on the over all 3 games. So far in this series, only one has not gotten over this number, and it got to right below this number, 230, right? So, and that was the last game. Then we had over 230, over 229.5 was the line on the that I gave out on the channel. So if you took that, it hit. But when I got to the book, it was 232, and I took the over, and it didn't hit. So I missed, but the channel wins, if that makes sense. So I like the over here. I don't like the half point because the last game did land on 230, but the last game was also pretty one-sided. Pacers pulled their starters with like 3 or 4 to go. So if they don't have to do that because it's a much tighter game, I expect the scoring to be higher. So love that 230.5 over, and then the Pacers +5. Love the Pacers at home. Like I said, I expect them to win this game straight up. So, but we don't do money lines on this channel. And then as far as the 4-pick parlay we got for you guys, we're going to take Andrew Nembhard 25 plus PRA again. He did not cash in the last one. Once again, kind of a one-sided affair. But in the first 2 games, he did cash this number. We're going to take Donovan Mitchell for 30-plus points. He's done that in all 3 games in the series. He's been 40-40, and I think he had a 34 in there. Then Halliburton, we're going to take him for 30-plus PRA. He's been great in the series except for the last game. Like I said, big dud. Expect a big bounce back from Halliburton. He's going to show up for the moment. And then our final pick is going to be Evan Mobley, back from injury, 30-plus PRA. He just did this in the last game. He had 18 points, 13 rebounds. That's 31, and he had 2 assists. So he covered this number by a touch. His line is 31, so I just went a touch below his line at 30. This thing pays out. Oh, I had it written down. I think this is a plus 900 over on DraftKings. I could build it real quick just to kind of show you guys. Let me switch to the scene that makes it a little easier to watch as I build it here. My nose is itching like mad. What do I got here? Player points. Donovan Mitchell, 30. Player combos. Scroll down. We got Andrew Nembhard. Boom. Whoa. Oh, this is just points. I thought I moved to combos. Combos. Andrew Nembhard, 25. Then we had Halliburton. Oh, we're going back this way. 30. And then our final pick's Evan Mobley, 30. Plus 850, I guess, at the moment. It was plus 900 a little bit ago. But yeah, plus 850 over on DraftKings currently. Once again, that's Donovan Mitchell, 30 points. Andrew Nembhard, 25 points. Tyrese Halliburton, 30 plus PRA. 25 plus PRA for Nembhard, 30 plus PRA for Halliburton, 30 plus PRA for Evan Mobley, and it's a plus 875 over on DraftKings. Like I said, all these dudes have hit these numbers in the series. It's just Halliburton and Nembhard had kind of a bad last one. Nembhard got to 18. Halliburton, like I said, had a bad game. So expect bounce backs from both those fellas. That is basically all we got. We got our final little leg of this video here. We like to do the 2-pick parlay, so we'll take 1 prop pick from each game. We're going to go to the Thunder Nuggets game. I'm going to go ahead and take the Aaron Gordon 30-plus PRA. Before this series started, I said Aaron Gordon missed 3 of the games in the regular season against these dudes, and I expected him to have a big role in this, and so far that has held up true. I mean, he had a 3 to win game, wasn't that game 1? He had the 3 to win game 1, and then he had a massive 3 in game 3 to help win that one too. So anyway, we're going to go to Aaron Gordon, wherever he is on this list. I just saw him. There he is, boom. 30 plus is plus 200, which is massive. Like I said, it's pretty, but we're just trusting it, right? And then we're going to go to this one. We're going to take Andrew Nembhard again, and we're going to take him for the 25 plus. I expect a big game out of him. He's going to play a ton of minutes, we know that. Plus 680 over on DraftKings. Simple, easy little 2-pick parlay. Aaron Gordon to have another big game, and just keep doing what he's been doing, and then Andrew Nemhard to step up and do what he did in the first 2 games and just kind of bounce back from kind of a lower scoring one for him. He had a decent game, but he didn't score any points in the first half, so I expect him to not go pretty much scoreless for a full half in this next one. So that's what I like. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. It means so much. I really appreciate it over here on the channel. We've got tons of stuff. Obviously, stay tuned here. We do NFL. That's kind of our big sport. But I love basketball, so I do the NBA. Then Matty Betts has been doing some NHL. He hasn't been as all over it like I have kind of been, but first year doing it, so he's kind of adjusting to how the whole league plays. So, but anyway, like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, protect the bag, beat the book. That's our catchphrase over here on the Beat the Book channel. And we're gonna try to keep cashing. We've had a good round two. We're trying to keep the train rolling down the tracks. So, as always, happy Mother's Day. Don't forget to hug your mothers, as Andrew Monaco says, or Moneyline Monaco says. I love that guy. Check him out on YouTube if you guys don't know who I'm talking about. And then, yeah. Anyway, happy Mother's Day, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.